Welcome and thank you for joining this presentations on highly integrated management systems. My name is Stefan Haag and I'm presenting you this contribution by Carlo Simon, Lara Zackfeld and myself. When viewing companies, they can be regarded as a network of functions by integrated management systems. The business functions, for example financial investment or maintenance, are crossed by section functions as regarded by different management systems. For example, ISO 50001 for energy or ISO 9001 for quality management. These integrated management systems serve two different purposes. First, they are to facilitate process documentations with respect to comprehension, optimization or implementation. Second, they are used for certification, for example for certification to ISO 9001 quality management systems. The main issue that we see with these management systems is, however, that the described processes are inherently past-oriented, and thus so are integrated management systems themselves. Why is this an issue? Because this leads to neglected chances regarding simulation. Simulation can be used to gain insight into changes of processes before these changes are implemented. The majority of companies uses some sort of management systems, and thus they document processes. However, why isn't this process knowledge exploited more regarding simulation? This may be due to two possible causes in our view. Either there's a lack of tools or there's a lack of knowledge. In fact, we assume that both causes are real. There is a certain lack of tools. For this, we established criteria for evaluating IMS software. 45 criteria points were established, and we checked 9 software tools. Of these 9 tools, only 2 support all criteria, with the main issue being that only rudimentary simulation capabilities are implemented in all of these tools. On the other hand, there obviously is a lack of knowledge. For example, we checked the module descriptions of nearly 100 modules with a connection to process at German universities of applied sciences. Of these modules, we deemed 35 modules relevant because their module descriptions explicitly spoke of several features we assume are important for learners of simulation and process management. Of these modules, only 3 mention the word simulation in the manuals. However, the importance of future orientation seems to be a consensus. So the question is, how do we solve this discrepancy? To this end, we propose a new kind of management system, namely a highly integrated management system. This is a management system that combines a holistic documentation with multi-perspective simulations across different management systems. The farther back in time processes were documented, the larger the deviation between this documentation and reality becomes. This is the case for integrated management systems. To establish a highly integrated management system, we want to implement this multi-perspective simulation in order to plan for the future. On the side of the models, there is already a static documentation. Some tools implement a kind of instant simulation, where the plausibility of a single simulation run can be checked. However, missing are data-driven simulations and explicitly real data-driven simulations. That means that the actual instant simulations don't account for real-time data as needed for the simulation of actual production runs. On the side of the planning scenario, Most of the tools implement some kind of visualization. Some tools even implement simple key indicators. However, there is no actual integrative planning. That means the different management systems are disconnected from each other. Eventually, this system can be used as a digital twin for ad hoc planning. There are some fundamental technologies needed for highly integrated management systems. First of all, there needs to be an integrated data model of the model views. Secondly, we need secured access to real data, and to achieve current process models, we need to implement process mining for model generation monitoring. Lastly, the workflow has to be released to ensure model quality. Regarding this proposal, what are the next steps? On the tool side, we want to establish a highly integrated management system, either by extension of management systems' existing simulation capabilities or by extending a current simulation tool by management functionalities. On the knowledge side, we need to integrate more deeply opportunities, methods, limitations, and applications of simulation in education. This is true for business process management as well as business information systems and integrated management systems. Tool-wise, we chose the extension of a current simulation tool. For reference, we present you a web-based development and simulation environment for PatriNet on its way to become a highly integrated management system, namely the Process Simulation Center, which is free for academic use. So please feel free to visit the site and test the tool. The Process Simulation Center is able to implement PatriNets in a form similar to BPMN, including swim lanes and pools, which allows for an easy overview of processes and less of a hurdle for practitioners of BPMN. The swim lanes can also be used to establish organigrams, and the processes can be linked together using process maps. As the tool uses high-level PatriNets, we can regard tokens in the net as record sets, which means that we can actually use real data and real-time data in our models to simulate change, its outcomes, and its possible consequences. If you're interested in highly integrated management systems or the tool, follow the group for Applied Process Simulation on the road. And this concludes this small presentation. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you.